This book had me kicking my feet, sobbing, and throwing hands at fictional characters. Welcome to Things We Left Behind by Lucy Scott, aka Lucian and Sloane's emotional roller coaster with a second chance / enemies to lovers romance. This book took me on an emotional hike. Uphill. No snacks, no water, just trauma and Lucian Rollins commitment issues. Yeah. Welcome to Diary Books and Tales. On here, we tell the ones that stay with you. We touch on the world of timeless tales and whispered books. We share stories that are magical. It's book 3 in the Knock 'Em Out series. But listen, I started with this one. No context, just vibes. And yet, it is. So let me tell you what this story is really about. Lucian Rollins is a tech billionaire. He has an emotional availability of a cactus. Yeah, that plant. Sloane Walton, on the other hand, is a librarian who's known him since they were kids. And she hates him, to say the least. Like deep-rooted, grudge-holding hate. I mean, she calls him Lucifer. But he calls her Pixie. Don't get it twisted though. He hates her too. Or at least, that's what he tells himself. The attention? Electric. It's given. I loved you, but you broke me. So, I must now act like you don't exist. Delicious. These two have a whole thing. Would they? Oh, wait. They definitely did. Kind of thing going on in the background for years. Lucian is the blueprint of men who suffer in silence and think love is a liability. He's brooding, brilliant, and so emotionally constipated, he could power attack empire with his repressed feelings. But he grew up in hell, like actual abuse, and darkness, and a backstory that had me pause and just stare at the wall for a minute. Sloane, on the other hand, grew up in a completely different type of family, like the opposite of Lucian. And she's a romantic. She wants a man who is going to live up to every one of those heroes she reads about. Yes, she's a book girlie. The man who would do everything and anything for her and her family. Now, these two, whenever they crossed paths, they would push each other, always arguing. But they also see each other in a way no one else does. They understand each other without even saying a word. Sloane challenges him. She's not scared of his power like everyone else, his money or his attitude. And Lucian, on the other hand, knew her in ways that even her closest friends could not know her. And when they finally give in to the attention, whew, these things are spicy, but also so full of longing. It's not just lust. It's like two broken people trying to hold each other without breaking more. But of course, Lucian does what emotionally damaged men do. He panics. He pushes her away. Hurts her in that very specific way only people who love you know how to do and exactly how to do it. And you know what the worst part is? He thinks he's protecting her. He really believes distancing himself is safer for Sloane. When in reality, it's just him running away from his own fear of being loved. And the conflict, it's so valid, at least in my opinion. That breakup was not just trauma. It was what happens when unhealed trauma crashes into someone who actually deserves softness. When Sloane gets attacked, it finally kicks some sense into Lucian's hard-headed billionaire brain. And he makes the choice. Not the easy one, the vulnerable one. He shows up for Sloane, not with gifts or grand gestures, goes, this man can do that. But shows up with his presence, with truth, and with love. And Sloane, she lets him in, not as easily though. Not because he's perfect, but because he's trying, because he's finally choosing love over fear. I mean, he thought he had to carry his pain alone, and he's not worthy of love. And Sloane shows him that love is not a weakness, it is a damn lifeline, and he Sloane holds onto that lifeline. Honestly, the ending felt earned, you know. This book is soaked in trauma like parental abuse, abandonment, power struggle, but it's also a love letter to healing, like real, messy, ugly, slow healing. So, if you want trauma, spice, healing, and a man who says one emotionally vulnerable sentence per 100 pages, this book is for you. Thank you so much for listening or watching Diary Books and Tales. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked it, comment, and I'll see you on to the next one. Bye, diary darlings.